All right, all right, all right. Shalom, 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 Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Deborah platform with another message. And I will say this is a lovely evening in which the Most High, a higher has made. And I, Sister Deborah, shall and I will rest therein. I want to come again with Deuteronomy 28. I want to say to you all, it is so important, and I've said this over and over and over, how important it is to really read Deuteronomy 28. Please, please don't forsake the beginning, because the beginning shows you who Ahaya is, how much he cares for, how much he gave the children. Don't forsake Deuteronomy end game and the beginning and just snatch out slavery coming here on ships. Because this whole nation of Judah has deceived their own nation by great numbers. I want to share something with you all. And I'm going to say it at the beginning. I really wanted to say it at the end, but I'm going to cap this off right here and now. After the tribe of Judah have saluted the judgment of the Most High Yah, have saluted the curse of the Most High Yah, has saluted the chastising and the discipline and the correction of the Most High Yah in Deuteronomy 28. Once the tribe of Judah has repented and saluting mean you in full understanding of the beginning of Deuteronomy 28 and the end game. The end game must be accepted because it's the end of the what? The curse. Once the tribe of Judah has embraced the curse in its righteousness and have saluted the ideal of this is a highest will. This is what he did and why he did it. Don't cut short. Make sure you start at the beginning so you understand who he is and his kindness, his mercy, his give and gave for a people. Then you go and you complete it. Don't stop when you get to the slave ships and they brought you in different, disperse you in different areas. Complete it to the fullness. And when you get to the end, like verse 20, Deuteronomy 28 and 20, on down, embrace and salute the curse itself. Salute the judgment of the Most High Yah on us as a people. Respect his chastising toward us, his discipline toward us, his correction that Deuteronomy 28 was given to us. This is where you know that all this time, the light has always been there. Because Deuteronomy 28 cuts the light on in its fullest, in the brightness of who he is. It cuts it straight on so you will know who you dealing with when you dealing with a higher. But when you want to cut it short, you want to cut the beginning and take a big piece of the end and say, we ain't going to accept this. We're going to build our newfound religion. We're going to build our new awakening religion on this right here. We are the people. We came over here on ships. They have us in slavery. No, no, no. You are in full denial. You have not only reject the light in which Yah has cut on so you can see. Everybody want to search a history. Search that history. Let's go there. Search that history. Go there. I dare you to go there. And you'll realize that any and everything else is vain and vast. It is worthless. Because this is where we should have been. And this is where we should have remained. Why, Sister Deborah? It's because at the end, once Deuteronomy is completed in you, Yah coming for you. Oh, he coming for you. He's coming like he promised. But if you think that he's going to come and you are in full denial of the curse itself and what it is containing and what you did, what part you played in it, and stop blaming everybody else, but own up. And how do you do that, Sister Deborah? Go to the altar of the Most High Yah, and don't you dare try to get there without Yeshua HaMashiach. Don't you dare think you can go to that altar of the Most High Ahaya without understanding and believing what took place with Yeshua HaMashiach, the whole purpose. Then you go to the altar. And if you have to, go to the closet. Go all the way there. Shut that flesh down. Shut it down. Tell it don't have no place. It ain't got nothing to say to the face of Yah. Your flesh ain't got nothing to say to Ahaya in that closet. This is spirit upon spirit. He would explain to you once they have accepted the curse, then they'll see the change. What's the deal, Deborah? Why should we accept? It's because not only have we denied who he is, we denied him all the way until 2022, who he is, who he was, and who he's going to be. We got to stand on everything he has done has been perfect, has been excellent, has been great according to his will. We got to kick this flesh all the way to the curve. If we can, kick that sucker in the sewer. So our spirit man can stand before the altar of the Most High Ahaya in spirit and in truth. Deuteronomy 28. Everybody on this devil platform that the Ruach has entered in to abide. Now, I ain't talking about everybody who say they have the Ruach, who think they have the Ruach, who speak they have the Ruach. No, that's somebody else. That's some cult, and that's all them people who caught up in all this here new awakening religion and cult and all this old crap. That's them. These camps, these academies, these churches, these church forms, all of that. That's crap. That's crap. That's crap. That's trash. But until we have accepted what took place during the Deuteronomy 28 and embrace the end game, we're going to still go through. Because a lot of them looks pretty stupid to me. 99.9 looks stupid to me. I don't care what you're going chasing. You look stupid. Because after the 400 years, when they own it, or the 400 years, or the 400 years is over. What's now? What's up with you? Now that the 400 years is over, tell me what's up with you. What's going on? You don't know because you haven't shut your ugly mouths long enough to be up under the teaching of the Ruach HaKodesh. You've been up under your flesh teaching these people on this devil platform, wanting to be a position so you can lead somebody, you can guide somebody. You got to kick all that mess to the curb. You got to uproot up out of the ground in which you're trying to bury a higher and let him stand tall, firm. Because guess what? You can't bury him. You can't bury him. You can't do nothing with him. I can't do nothing with him. I wouldn't even try what these people on these devil platforms have been trying for years now. I know you got to get your subscribers kicked in. You got to get your likes kicked in. I know you got to look for something from YouTube and Facebook. You got to get something, something, something. But in spite of all you waiting for to come every month, your subscribers to rise up, your likes to likes, and you can get all the praise. Which y'all say he don't share his praise, but you done got him and ran, calling yourself representing him with the likes and the praise they giving you, and turned away from giving it a higher. They can't give a higher the praises that you're trying to get, because this is about you. Always been. You just ain't figured it out yet, because you're glorifying yourself. That's why you can't tell people the end game. You can't tell people spirit and truth, the truth of the matter. You can't tell them nothing. So this here is about Deuteronomy 28. I'm going to go in it because I had no idea that it was more deeper rooted in what he was saying. We running around here talking about Babylon coming down. We talking about everything. But we fail to realize, where are we in this thing? This day. Nobody want to talk about it. Y'all notice that? Oh, they can talk about all the news and so and so killed so and so. Oh, they did this to us. They did that. Oh, they doing this. But wait a minute. Hold up. Where is the King of Kings? Where is all power? Where is a higher in this day? Nowhere to be seen. Nowhere to be heard of. Because everybody's so busy praising the world and what they're doing and what they stand for, searching their own little fleshly history, and have forsaken that which is spirit and truth that will set you free and begin to show you that right hand power in that day in which all the prophets spoke of. Even though the prophets spoke of what's going to happen in this day, guess what? Did y'all know that the prophet would love to see this day? They would love to be in this day because they know he going to show up and show out. See, we don't know nothing about that because we're so busy trying to get our subscribers our life. We're so busy telling everybody what the world doing. We have totally 100 forsaken what he's doing, what he has done, and what he's going to do. You know why? We're trying to get glory. We're trying to be boast and pride and set up on a pedestal so we can be seen. We're some ugly people, y'all. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28. In Deuteronomy 28, I want to tell y'all. Woo! In Deuteronomy 28, it is so important that the whole house of Israel gripped the whole idea of you're going to be destroyed. Okay, we have to grip it. That's the only way a higher is going to come and deliver. Oh, he ain't waiting for the whole 99.9. No, he ain't. Oh, it just take him. With him, he already told you everything is narrow gate. Very few, small remnant. He letting you know. All he need is the small one that he already prepared to speak spirit and truth. He ain't looking for the whole world. He ain't looking for the whole house of Israel to tell nothing. Because that's why he got to clean the whole house of Israel up, especially the tribe of Judah. So he ain't looking for them to do nothing in righteousness, not in great numbers, because they have failed and they're going to continue to fall. Okay, in Deuteronomy, okay, and I want to start with Deuteronomy 28, verse 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field. You know, to me, that's like you're laboring out in the field, no matter where you're at. If you're in the city or in the field, working, laboring, or whatever, you cursed. Now, why we ain't owning up to that, y'all? Why we ain't saluting the fact that y'all said we are cursed? Why we ain't recognizing what he done said? Oh, no, we want to recognize every death that's come on to YouTube. Every crime that the world is talking about, every issue and politics of the world, but we can't salute what he's saying to us today. And that's why the deliverance has not came for us. And not one man, no woman on this devil platform can justify or identify where we are at as a people. and what is going on. You know why? They could care less. All they thinking is, oh, we going to the promised land. No, baby, wait a minute. Hold up. You're still in the curse. You're still in the land of your oppressor. You can't be no king, no leader, no ruler. You can't be all this that you say you are. Where does that say in Deuteronomy you're going to be all that in the land of your captivity? And where did he tell that to Abraham? They're going to be this and they're going to be all this and they're going to be all that. That's not what he told them. Okay, let's go. Deuteronomy 28, verse 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city. Cursed shall thou be in the field. So what do? Sister Deborah, we salute the fact that, Father, you have said we are cursed in the city and we are cursed in the field. Okay. Saluting is saying, I see what you're saying, Father. I agree. I embrace what you have put on us. That's all they're saying. But when you don't feel that here, you ain't got no business saluting. Saluting to me is when I say, Father, thank you. I appreciate your curse. I honor your curse. I honor your word, your purpose for this curse. I honor the ideal of what I did, my forefathers did, that you put this on us, but I salute you. I thank you. Okay, now verse 17, cursed shall thou be, thy baskets and thy store. See, people thinking that they supposed to prepare everything on this earth and be ready. This is showing you they have not saluted the curse. They have not had any respect for what Yah had done to us on this land here. They don't think he done anything for us. They feel. They think, hey, I got my little shed, I got my little farm, I got my little house over here in the hills and out on the land, or I got all these properties, building all these buildings, I got A to Z. Baby, you ain't got nothing but a hellhole. Because you ain't even salute the fact that Yah has cursed your tail. You can't even, did y'all know that you can't even bring repentance to the Most High or higher? Because you ain't repenting. What are you repenting for? You ain't even owned up to nothing you have done that caused us to be where we at, especially 100 times 1 trillion of our men. Because he never said foremothers, women. He said forefathers. But there's nothing wrong with women, us, saluting our fathers' decision to curse us. Where does it say? 17, cursed shall be the basket and the store, thy store. Verse 18, cursed shall be the fruit of thy body. Oh, hallelujah. And the fruit of thy land. Cursed. Wait a minute. Father Yah, you mean to tell me we don't have no respect that you curse our bodies? And any land that we think we have over in this land of our captivity, we think we in for. We think we done set ourselves from the floor. We ready. We ready for the storm. You ain't ready for nothing because you ain't seen nothing yet. Okay, so here it is in 18. Cursed shall thou be the fruit of thy body. Curse the fruit of thy land and the increase of thy kin and thy kin and the flocks of thy sheep. Curse. So you run around here and get all the form you want. You still cursed, baby. You know why you still cursed? And you're going to be still cursed? Because you never saluted the curse itself and said, Father, forgive me and my forefathers for what we have done. Leviticus. Let me see, what's that? Leviticus, is that Leviticus 28? Let's show you what I'm talking about. Leviticus, let me show you a little bit about what I'm saying. Leviticus chapter 26, verse 40. If thou shalt confess thy iniquities and the iniquities of their fathers with their trespass, which they trespassed against me, and that also they have walked contrary unto me. Listen to this, verse 41. This is Leviticus 26, verse 40 and 41. and that I also have walked contrary unto them, and have brought them into the land of their enemies. If then, hallelujah, hallelujah, if then their uncircumcised heart be humbled, and they then accept Leviticus 26, verse 41. Uncircumcised hearts be humble, and they then accept the punishment of their iniquity. What does he say he would do? Then will I remember my covenant with Jacob. See, y'all don't even understand. This ain't got nothing about you. It's got to do with you saluting. And in the process of saluting, you feel this guilt, this repent in your heart. And you salute the fact that he had to curse you. He had to judge you. He had to correct you. He had to chastise you. You see, he had to do this. It need be. And look where we at today. 99.99 still a more stiff-necked rebellion and disobedience, even after the 400 years. That's why. It's because there's nothing in them that can see any error. That's why it ain't time to preach Torah. It ain't time to reach way back and see they did it. It's time to speak spirit and truth to these ignorant people, to this stiff-necked rebellion. Because guess what? That's what you're going to be charged with. Did you give the people spirit and truth? Or did you give them that which feed the flesh? Is that why their spirit was anorexia and their flesh was obese? Because you gave them food for their flesh so that they can continue their sin and wicked and evil, and gave them nothing for their spirit. What can you give them for their spirit, Deborah? For they are anorexia, the food for the spirit, which is spirit and truth. In Deuteronomy 28, let's continue. And as we continue in Deuteronomy 28, it says, okay, in verse 19, cursed shall thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shall thou be when thou goest out. What is you talking about? A higher? What are you saying today? That day in which the prophets and all that you have used for your purpose spoke about. That day. What are you saying, Father, y'all? You're going to be just as cursed going in as you are going out. You know that? Did y'all know that? Did you know on that trail to get to the promised land, you still cursed? You're going to regain a washing of your filth, a forgiveness of your sin, and and a new heart, a new spirit, a new name. You're going to all that be done to you once you get over to your promised land. But until then, you curse coming in and going out. So don't think that you all that and some. You got to also understand, once you salute the whole overall of the curse, Yah began to deliver in you. He began to bring the light within you. He began to show you the way. He began to guide and lead you so you can be able to speak to others and help others so they can be able to find the way to the light. Find the way to the narrow gate. Didn't it say, and very few shall find? So you know it's got to be found. It can't be found on this devil platform. Praising these people, giving them honor and glory, and they ain't teaching no spirit and truth. Your flesh is obese and your spirit is anorexia. Why? Because your spirit gets no food for the spirit. Because they done told you you're a soul. What about the spirit? The spirit is the image of a higher. He is a spirit. That's his image. That's the only place in you he would abide, is in your spirit. He don't touch your nasty flesh. It's a spirit that is his image that's in you that he abide in. You don't know nothing about that either, though. You don't know nothing about that, do you? Let's go on. In Deuteronomy 28 and verse 19, cursed shall thou be when thou comest in, when you in these lands of your captivities, in captive, you cursed. You cursed entering. You're not cursed when you get here. He letting you know when you go in, bam, curse gonna hit you. When you come out of Babylon, curse gonna still be with you. That's why I tell y'all better step into a different realm and what they've been teaching y'all. Because if you think for 1 minute you're going to escape this stuff, no, baby. Why would he allow you to escape? When he gave you 400 years to come to some sort of spiritual knowledge, and you still as ignorant as you were coming in as you are going out. Why should he just pour out so much to you? No, he's not going to overstep his own boundaries. You're going to be cursed going in, and you're going to be cursed going out. Because before you went in, you was messed up from the floor up. It ain't got nothing to do with what somebody did to you. I curse you because of what you were doing. Not because the people that you were going into. And you got here and you blamed them and never looked in the mirror and said, I'm an ugly person. I have forsaken the creator of all things. All that power I have rejected. I have not even gave it a thought. Just rejected in the fullness. That's sad. Just the thought of that. And here we are, 400 years then went by. And we as stupid as we were when we came in, he said, as we going to be going out. What Sister Deborah is giving to those who's going to find their way to the light. No matter where they go within them that short time to get to the promised land, the light will be with them. Get the light, child. Go through the narrow gate. The light you will see, and you shall find. First, you have to understand the curse. What nobody fault. Now listen to what it says. Cursed shall thou be when thou comest in. You cursed before you get there. You coming in. Here it is. You coming in. Here is the door. You coming in. You cursed already before you hit the door. So you can't blame it on the heathens, the Gentiles. Oh, you not as snakes. You got to blame it on you. He cursed you. Why? Because y'all were killing on the holy land. Worshiping idols, doing all kind of abomination and all kind of mess to where Ahia started talking to the land. I said, wait a minute, hold up. You mean to telling me you holding a conversation to the land? He said, yeah, I'm mad at the land too. I'm going to curse it. So everybody got their tails over there running, talking about, oh, baby, you in abomination. You in desolation. Because that's what he said that land is. That land is not, it don't even have life of the Most High in it. Get that deep? He already said when he gets you over there, he going to be there and already spoke to the mountains. He going to be there spoke to the land. Tell me that ain't no power. What is it when he can sit there and tell it to get ready? I'm bringing them over. What? So those fools that's over there trying to get people to go over there, use a fool, and you're going to be a fool. Because y'all ain't telling nobody to get over there with your foolish tale. You're leading to your own understanding. You're leading to your own wisdom. And you're leading to your own knowledge. And that's all flesh. Shut it down. Shut it down. If it's not spirit and truth, shut that mess down. Now, let us go here. He said, coming in and going out. Wait a minute, Father. The 400 years is over. Deborah, don't go there. Don't you go there. 400 years and they ain't done nothing. And after the 400 years, they still sitting their tails, lying, refusing to repent for the reason why they're where they're at. blaming any and everybody, ain't never looking in the mirror saying, oh, I'm a ugly people. I'm a stiff neck, like he said. What nation did Ahia call stiff neck on this earth? Which one did he call rebellion? Which one did he call stiff neck, rebellion, and disobedient? Name one. Not one. So you must be some ugly people for the creator to have to say that about you. You ain't looked in the mirror lately, have you? When you need to do it every morning and tell yourself you's a ugly people. Verse 20, Deuteronomy 28 and verse 20. Ahia shall send upon thee curses, vexation, and rebuke in all that thou set thy hands unto, for to do, until thou be destroyed. So, Pastor Dow's over there saying he building buildings and home and land. Everybody thinking they got their land, they doing this. But baby, let me tell you something. You are destroyed from the inside out when you think that you're going to override what my father Ahia has already prophesied. You's a liar, and you's a liar, and you's a double liar. You can't override my father in the heavens. What he say he gonna do. What he do, he said. I take him at his fullness of what he said. I don't care if I got to be beat down, stepped on, killed. I still salute everything that he has done unto a people. The tribe of Judah especially. Verse 20. Deuteronomy 28 and verse 20. Ahia shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, rebuke, in all that thou set thy hands unto, to do, until thou be destroyed. Then they explain that to y'all. You know how people telling y'all, get ready for the storm, and they said, ain't nothing wrong with putting some stuff away, y'all. Don't get me wrong. But don't try to make y'all lie, thinking you're going to outbeat the curse itself and the things that's happening. Have you stopped them from treating y'all a certain way? Have they stopped treating? Ain't y'all hooping and hollering about they still doing us like they used to? They still do. They going to steal. The Bible said, Ahia is saying, the curse has an end game. And the end game is to destroy your butt so that I can restore you. You cannot be restored by Ahia until you have met the obligation of his prophecy of being destroyed. You see what I'm saying? We running around here thinking we're going to override everything. Everybody comes and they look to you to say what they want to hear, what they want to feel. Go to your page where you can get all the meat for your flesh. Because on this side is spirit and truth. Ain't nothing over here for you. Okay? Stay anorexia when it come down to spirit and truth. Because you full. You got full meal deals every day on YouTube, Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter for your flesh. Lying to your flesh. And that's the only thing you're content with. And I am one that has no problem with that. Now he says, until thou be destroyed, until thou perish quickly, because of the wickedness of thy doing, whereby thou hast forsaken me. And do y'all believe that y'all didn't stop the wickedness? Sister Deborah was on here a year and a half, hooping and hollering. Y'all, why ain't people telling these men, stop this crime, stop this killing, stop this destroy? Nobody, you wouldn't hear it. You wouldn't get not one man to come on YouTube and Facebook and say, look, brothers, we stopping it here. If you ain't gonna stop it, we come to stop it in you. Oh, no. They so busy trying to get likes and subscribers and cover all the issues in the news for the world. Sad, sick souls covers the news for the world. What are you covering the world for? The world know how to cover itself with lies. Why do we need you to boost their lies? The world know how to take care of its own. It don't need you to tell everybody what it's doing. If you living in it, you can see what's going on in the world. But see, what they did is they got y'all bitten. They got y'all thinking that it's about them telling you, oh, you have to tell everybody what's going on. No. But it's just you that's building up on your subscribers and likes. You trying to reach a goal. You see? Because you know that goal gonna bring you a little bit of change. That's what they're doing. They ain't telling nobody spirit and truth. They ain't owning up to Deuteronomy end game, because it's telling you you're gonna be destroyed. All of it. Until, in verse 20, thou perish quickly, because of thy wickedness and thy doing, whereby thou hast forsaken me. That's Deuteronomy 28, verse 20. Okay, then you go over here to verse 24. Ahiah shall make the rain of thy land powder and dust. From heaven shall it come down upon thee, until thou be destroyed. Now, what brings on shall make rain of thy land powder and dust? It's when it's dry and hot. It brings things dry. And the dust that had rain dries up. I mean, it dries up. The rain dries up into dust. And it's saying to powder. So it's so hot and so much heat that now the land is powder and dust. Okay? From heaven shall it come down upon thee until thou be destroyed. Let's go on. Listen to this. Verse 25. Deuteronomy 28. Verse 25. Ahiah shall cause thee to be smitten before thy enemy. What do that mean? What do that mean? Listen to what it said. Ahiah shall cause thee to be smitten before thy enemy. Thou shalt go out one way against them and flee 7 ways before them, and shall be removed unto all the kingdoms of the earth. Running, trying to dodge these people. You see? But it's no way out until you are destroyed. So you can say what you want. And what they doing is, I'm going to tell y'all what they doing. They overstepped in their boundaries of their wickedness. They done went way overboard because they don't want to see Deuteronomy to be what it says. And while they're holding back, guess what you are? They're holding your blessing. They're holding your blessing. That's why it's good for you to start understanding spirit and truth and go before the light. Go in the direction to the narrow gate. Don't go the way they're going, because what they're doing is they're hindering Ahiah for doing what he does best, ending the curse. They want to sit in the curse because they don't have no respect for the idea of the end game of the curse. They wanted to teach the people to manipulate them and deceive them. That the whole Deuteronomy thing, they just wanted to take out 2 things: slavery and the boats. After that, they didn't want no more part. They didn't even want y'all to understand how much Yah was saying he cared for us and how he was pleading and crying and begging us to not do the things we were doing. They didn't even want y'all to know that. So they just start their newfound religion in the ships and the slavery, and left y'all hanging, not knowing, well, wait a minute. What if once we get over here in the 400 years up, where do we go from here? See, they won't tell y'all. They won't even tell you. They won't go back to Deuteronomy 7, but when he said he's going to destroy, what does he mean? I got to destroy you. I got to break you. I got to crack you before I rebuild you. That's all he's doing, y'all. And if you see being destroyed as something so horrible, that's on you. You sick. You sick. And all this issues that's going on in the world, all this sickness and killing and destroying, and all this Satanism going on, and you can't see nothing past what he's trying to tell you he's going to do. And all it's doing is trying to close it out. All Ahiah is about to do is close it out. But he ain't closing it out. That's why you still wonder. You notice you don't hear the men talking about the 400 years no more, do you? Y'all don't hear them talking about the 10 commandments, all the 400 years. You don't hear them talking about Paul. You don't hear them talking about the New and the Old Testament. You don't hear them talking about nothing they started the whole newfound religion on or about. They went and escaped. They gone. They gone right back to their vomit to lick it all up, and then they'll be back to keep you from the goal of repenting for your forefathers' sins and for yours. saluting the curse itself, saluting Yah's judgment and his chastising, his discipline, and his correction. Saluting is meaning when you feel that remorse of repenting for what we have done. And then you get into the space where you're saying, well, not just what you have done, but what your forefathers have done. Oh, Father, you got to feel that we have wronged him in some way. If you don't have nothing in you, that's why you don't see them talking about it. Because they don't feel they done anything. The white people bothering them. The heathens and Gentiles messing with us. We ain't done nothing. We ain't doing nothing. How in the hell would you think that you ain't done nothing when you didn't cross out the Creator? Somebody need to tell me, what do you mean you ain't done nothing? You didn't cross out a higher in his highest. One that got that power? You can tell y'all don't know him. Because if you know him, you know that power ain't nothing you play with. And sure, I'll tell you that too. But you gonna sit here and think that, oh, when everybody in the world bothering us, we just the people and they bothering us because we the people. No, baby, use a lie, use a lie. Well, what do you mean, Deborah? In Deuteronomy 28 and 19, cursed shall thou be when thou comest in. So you was cursed coming in. So what did you do to be cursed? You was that before he brought you in. And you're going to be that when you leave out. So what you got to do? You got to salute the curse itself. You got to have respect and honor for what choice that Yah made in this whole thing. Recognize it. Recognize the sin and the wicked of your people. And stop trying to sit around here and tell what the world is going through and going and doing, and own up to your own. Now, as I get to Deuteronomy 28, verse 25, Ahiah shall cause thee to be smitten before thy enemies. Thou shalt go out one way against them and flee 7 ways before them, and shall be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth. Okay, let's drop down to 28. And Ahiah shall smite thee with madness. Ahiah shall smite thee with madness, with blindness, astonishment of heart. You messed up from the floor. You are messed up from the floor. Blindness, madness. Don't you tell me, nobody can tell me the tribe of Judah ain't messed up here. Don't tell me, because I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it on the spiritual side and I'm seeing it on the natural. Ain't nobody tell me nothing. I don't even want to hear it. I see it both sides. So I'm the one you can't tell that to. You can tell that to some knucklehead on down the road somewhere on another page. But you can't tell that to me. Okay? So he's sitting here, he's speaking of madness, that's the mind. Blindness, that's the eyes. Astonished of heart. You messed up from the floor. You messed up from the floor. And what did he say? Verse 29, and thou shalt go at noonday as a blind gopeth in the darkness. Are not the tribe of Judah in darkness? Yes, they are. 100 times 100. Okay? And thou shalt not prosper in the ways. Thou shalt be only oppressed, spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee. So when you see people sitting around here looking, a lot of people really believe that people got it going on. I'm gonna tell y'all something that y'all never knew. You see people with land, you see people building on their land, you see people got this and got that. Guess what? Ahiah want me to let you know they don't even own it. They leasing it. They written to own it. And someone like Pastor Dowds, he stole to get what he has. So y'all ain't saying that, okay, when he says thou shalt be only oppressed and thou shalt not prosper. Yeah, you're gonna always prosper with the devil. He gonna make it look real good, like you're really doing the work. This is one ignorant man that have totally 100 forsaken the word that proceed out of the mouth of Ahiah 100. Now, all this he's saying in Deuteronomy, he didn't kick all it. Now, he started his newfound belief, Pastor Dow, this Dow person. But you will never see him stand tall on Deuteronomy 28 no more because he got what he wants, materialistic things. And he's robbing people to get it. Those people don't have health care. They don't have a lot of things on that land. He's robbing people to get what he wants, to build. And he's saying, we're doing the work. Baby, that ain't the work because he didn't tell you to go doing that. You doing that. Out of manipulating the people that's the work of Yah. That's not the work of Yah. That's not the work of Yah. That's the work of a pride, boast, ignorant. Now, I ain't gonna say ignorant because that's a good word for him. That just means simply not knowing. Wicked and evil man, and he think he got it going on. And he just don't know. That right there kicked him totally out the box. What is Yah saying there? What is he saying? You shall, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee. Now, that's another one. Watch this here. And verse 33, Deuteronomy 28, verse 33, the fruit of thy land and all thy labor shall a nation which thou knoweth not eat up. And thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed away. Crushed away. So when you see Pastor Dow doing what he's doing, he sold over to Satan. See, it's just like you be saying the singers and singing, they sold over. That's what these people are doing. So when you buy in and tell Satan, I want to be on your side because I want to be do this, and do this. I want to have the things in which Yah said I ain't going to have in this captivity. I want to have it. I want it. I'm going to get it. I don't care who I destroy. I don't care how I get it. I want it. I got to get all the weapons so I can have firepower. As if Yah ain't one firepower in itself. You see? That's where you know faith is no part of them. That's where you know spirit and truth is not a part of these people. But these are the people you follow by great numbers. They follow these people. They eat from these people's plates day and night, night and day. And it's sad. And all this, imagine how when Moses came off the mountain and Yah told him to say, in a sense, who's on Yah's side. Those that didn't want to be on Moses and Aaron and Murray inside, when he asked them, they all was on one side and Moses was on this side. Yah told them to pull your sword. Kill them all. Kill them! You see? This is where it is at today. There are people that has no connection to the most higher, that are on all these platforms deceiving you. None of them have any land that they bought, they own. They're leasing and renting to what is it? Renting to buy. And they run around telling you to get this, but they don't even have it themselves. And Yah said they have been lying to you all and freely lied to you all to get on this devil platform, try to make you think they have. They don't have nothing. That's why they keep going to and fro. And if they do have, guess what? Like Pastor Dow's, look at all the people he robbed to get it. Look at the sin that's on this land that he's committing. All these things. And one thing that he's doing, what is he doing? Yeah. Anybody in the live chat, do you know what he's doing? One thing he's doing, he's causing the people to idol him. So they got an idol God on their land. You see? They so ignorant. They so ignorant. Now, I ain't gonna say ignorant. That's a good word for them. They so in the darkness, portraying that they serving, just like the Christians. I put it like that, doing identical with the Christians. Oh, Jesus. I believe in Jesus. And I can't stand. This is what really gets me, y'all. Y'all don't know nothing about this, but I'm going to go and tell the truth and shame and bring the devil to shame. You know, when people be talking about, and he said, all you do is believe in Jesus. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you something. 99.1 trillion don't understand. Okay, you say you want to use Jesus as the Son of Man. Okay, use Jesus. Jesus is nothing and nobody without Hamashiach, which is Christ. Nothing! What did he tell him? You sit here on my right side till I use my power to make the earth your footstool. Who is his power? Hamashiach, his right hand. Sit here on my right side till I make that earth your footstool. How you gonna do that, Father? Yah, all power, Deborah, that's gonna go down with him to complete the mission. So when people run out, hey, Jesus, I know that they all way in the woods in darkness. They serving Satan himself because they don't even. That's what I was trying to explain to you several times. Even their belief have to be righteous. See, even people don't want righteous. They don't want it. They don't feel they need it. The whole world is denying righteous. Jesus, if you want to use Jesus, okay, that's the Son of Man. That's still flesh. You see, Jesus can't do nothing because Hamashiach is his right hand. It's the power. It's the word. It's the spirit. That's the part of Yah that came down to walk in the Son of Man. And they so ignorant, they don't know because Yah didn't give it to them to know. So even after grafting the Gentiles in, guess what? They still ain't gonna make it in because the Father say, Deborah, they got they belief and I got mine. If they dare think you have to believe in your belief, man belief, and forsake mine, you out of it. You ain't grafted in nowhere. So that shows you even them themselves is narrower than the small remnant because they ain't gonna make it in. See, they thought, okay, as long as I accept Jesus as my Lord and Savior, I'm in there. He said, as long as I believe and accept, but he said, believe him, his righteousness, not your own, not man's righteousness. Deuteronomy 28, verse 33, the fruit of the land and all thy labors. Do you hear that, Pastor Niles? Do you hear that, Pastor Niles? And all thy labors shall a nation which thou knoweth not eat up, and thou shalt be only. Now, wait a minute, Father. Y'all, you said that too many times in Deuteronomy 28. You at least said that about 6 times. And only oppressed and crushed away, destroyed. Now watch this here. But this is when he come in and he start talking to me. He says, so that thou shalt be mad for the sight of thy eyes, which thou shalt see. He said, Deborah, you don't see it in the natural. Baby, I know you got it in the spirit, but I got to let you see it in the natural. That's what's going to get you. You're going to get mad. And what mad mean? I'm going to go cuckoo. I'm already there. And I ain't ashamed. Because once I go cuckoo here and I'm destroyed here, there go my Father coming for me. He's coming for me, y'all. He coming. Because he has to allow the curse to be fulfilled, to break this flesh down, to restore me in the spirit realm. See, they so ignorant. They so stupid. That's why he's putting a new heart in you and a new spirit in you and putting himself in you, putting a new name in you, cleansing you, because you got to be broke down, bent, tore up, and destroyed before he comes and give you all of these blessed things. And they still lost. You lost coming in and you lost going out. Blessed be the name of the Father, Ahaya. Okay, and that's as he went on to Deuteronomy 28 and 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed. Why? Because thou hearkenest not unto my voice of Ahaya, thy Yah, to keep his commandments and his Sabbaths, which he commanded thee. Now, see what they thinking, if we keep the commandments, we okay. That erase the curse. No, baby. The curse has an end game. It had a beginning and it has an end game. He ain't saying you get now. He said until you are destroyed here. So when you see these people cutting up from the floor up, I've seen so many wicked things. To me, this is to me. When I see our men, young and old, with their pants all the way down to their knees, walking like they, and walk, And you mean to tell me the elderly men don't see nothing wrong with that? Our intelligent, educated men don't see nothing wrong with that? Our so spiritual men don't see nothing wrong with that? They said. They said, because they see everything evil and wicked in their nation, and they call it right. They call it right. They call it just. They don't have no issues to say about it. They don't want it to think nothing about it. They just want it to be resting where it's at. And guess what? That's why we're still in the land of our captivity. We're still there. But this here, that means we're going to have some time, y'all, until this is destroyed. So you walk around here thinking, I got my land, I got my churches, and I got my camp and my community and my academy, and I got my church, I got my building, I got this and I got that. But baby, you know what else you got? A lost mind without a cause. Because if you ain't got the end game to the curse, guess what? You are not going to make it out. You're not going to make it out. Okay? Now, here it is again. And he said in 45, until you are destroyed. Okay? Okay, let me see. Here go at 48. Therefore shall thou serve thy enemies, which a higher shall send against thee, in hunger, in thirst, in nakedness, in want of things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until what? Until what? He has destroyed thee. What did he mean? He's not talking about Yah is not going to cause this captivity to destroy our bodies. It's causing us to destroy the flesh of our minds. And that's when he revealed what is broken and destroyed. Then Yah come in and do what he does best. But he ain't coming for your tail, your stanky tail. He ain't coming for you. And you ain't realize you stink. See, you think your flesh smells good. Catch you on the side 3 days. Nothing want to come near your body. Not even the worms and the stuff that's down on the ground might not even want to come near your body. That's how bad it stinks. So if you're thinking that your flesh is all that and some and got it going on, and it's just, you're lost without another cause. None whatsoever. Now, as we go on, that was 48. I think I got one more. Oh, Father Yah. Oh, Father Yah. Then we go here to Deuteronomy 61. Deuteronomy 28, 61. Also, every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, hallelujah, them will a higher bring upon thee, till thou be destroyed. You know what Yah is doing? He's saying this. He said, Deborah, I gave him 400 years. And they still walking in pitch dark. Even though I turned the light on so they can see. And they reject the light because they desire the darkness. So they want to blame. You can tell how much darkness they walk in because they cover all the news that's going on in the world to counteract them, so no one can see that they're not speaking that's lining up with him in spirit and truth, because the people wanting to hear the dirt. And I'm going to show y'all, and I'm going to give y'all an example this week, before this week is out. Watch what topic I put on this page. Watch what I'm going to talk about and the topic, and watch how many people jump on the topic. Watch how many people come on the page. It's off the chain. That shows you the level of people that's wicked and evil and have chosen to walk in Satan's direction and in his steps, in his footsteps. Because what they do is they want dirt. They want wicked and evil to be spoken. They don't want righteousness, the light, okay? The narrow gate, the elects, or what a higher is saying to them today. They don't want none of that. They want the evil and wicked. That's why all of them turn that way. And matter of fact, they was turning that way anyway because they find pleasure feeding people flesh than their spirit. They don't want to give spirit and truth, the food for the spirit. They want to give the flesh, the food for the flesh, which is worldly. which is wicked and worldly. Okay, so that's the side they want to go on. But listen to this, Deuteronomy 28:61. Also, every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, them will a higher bring upon thee until thou art destroyed. Father, a higher. Why are you bringing those things upon us as a people? As if we went through 400 years of slavery and that wasn't enough. He said, because all of this was a part of the curse. And we reject the thing that he put on us as if there was not even a curse on them. He said, instead, we turned around and turned to the heathens and the Gentiles and said, you did it, you did it. Oh, you did it to us, you did it. Oh, he gonna get you, you did this. And never owned up to spirit and truth that this was the power of a higher. It was his curse that cursed us. His judgment, his chastising, his discipline, his correction. So when we turn it over to the power of man, then we take it out of the power of Yah. And we hand it over to man and said, you did it, you did it. We've been cursed. See, they used the curse to manipulate and deceive you to walk in their Hebrew Israelite movement and their Hebrew Israelite awakening. These were religions that they were starting, they were born. That's why they got connected to a lot of men, because they are wicked and evil when they're in a group as in settings, because there's evil and wicked amongst them. Always was and always will be. And you know what else behind them, y'all? Y'all don't know this, but guess what else? The Most High. I remember being, and this the 4 years I've been on here, I remember going on YouTube and I be listening to them teaching different men, different states. And I said, Father, Yah, that man is sleeping with me. That man can't be trusted. I can box his eyes, Father. He said, see, that's why he gave me those gifts. So, and he, I ain't gonna say force, he made sure I knew how to use the gift that he instilled in me. And I thank him for it. Because if not, I will be somebody in somebody's straitjacket, probably 6 foot under. But I thank him for all that he has invested in this journey, in this race in which he has called me to, because he has brought me to a level where I am not. What else can happen? What else that has not taken place? It's nothing. And we sitting and waiting like Babylon. Babylon already fallen. We waiting for the debris. And we don't understand it's going to start from the inside, not the out. It's going to be destroyed from the inside. Okay? That's what they're doing. They reset you and you're too ignorant to see it. They took your homes and you're too ignorant to see it. They took stocks and everything from the heathens and they were too ignorant to see it. They did something in 9/11. They was too ignorant to see it. They turned around and put bio in you and you was too ignorant to see it. You see, they making all kind of things mandatory. They tapping with your banks. They tapping with everything. They killed your food. They destroying your food. And you're still too ignorant to see what's going on. You're too ignorant to see it. That's why it's worth recognizing the curse itself. So Sister Deborah, and I have many verses explaining destroy until they are destroyed. They done that. And you know what? It's many of us as people are walking around here like we clothed in our right mind and we not. It's not there. It's gone. It's gone. And we want to make everything somebody's doing right. No, it's not. We got to call it what it is and stop making right wrong and wrong right. Anybody in the live chat? Hello, everyone in the live chat. It's good to see you. Anyone have any questions regarding this topic? Anybody have any question? It gets sadder and sadder, but because of the gift of endurance, that's what's holding me up. It holds me up a great deal because it allows me to embrace the things that I cannot change because I have saluted the curse and salute the judgment, the chastising, the discipline on its people. I have saluted and I have seen the ways of Yah to be righteous. I have seen his ways to be in the light. I have seen and understood his way in spirit and truth. I'm not walking around here in the darkness calling it truth, you know? And that's why a lot of them don't want you. And this, I heard this one person say, everybody trying to be all spiritual. Yeah, baby, guess what? If you think your nasty flesh is all that and some, you's a fool, and you gonna be a fool. Because flesh and blood don't inherit nothing but the grave. So if you are not spirit, then what are you? What do they think going to stand before judgment? Do you think for 1 minute your nasty flesh going to come up out of the grave and stand before judgment? No, it's going to be down there stinking. And every creature that Yah has created to eat it up, go been and ate it up. So where's the flesh now? Come judgment, where's it going to stand now? It's going to be your spirit. So if you don't see what happened is, you all, and I'm going to tell y'all something, and this is another power punch that has not been accepted. That's why I embrace even Yah telling Daniel and others and John about the mystery. You know, I understand all that mystery stuff because when he taught me what took place before the foundation of the world, it sealed all those mysteries up. Because it's telling you that, wait a minute, they can't understand 1 and 2, let alone 3 and 4, Deborah. So it's no need in giving them 3 and 4 because they can't even understand 1. And it's reality, y'all. They can't. They can't even see it. He said, the disciples came to him and said, well, what is this you teaching this multitude, these thousands? What is this you saying to them? He said, I'm teaching them parables because hearing they can't hear. Seeing they can't see. So what is he saying? You see that? You see how he did that? He ain't giving them nothing because seeing they can't see, hearing they can't hear. But to you, it's given the mystery of the kingdom of heaven. When I first started this page, I said, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. And I used to plead with the brothers to grab the keys. Grab the keys. Please get the keys. Get the keys. Until the father told me, he said, Deborah, how do you expect them to gain the keys that I have not given them? And I was like, oh, so they don't have the keys, Father? He said, who gave it to them? Who gave you the keys? I have to give them the keys like I've given it to you. See, the keys are for the kingdom. Those keys he told Paul. And afterwards, when he came of the day of Pentecost, all of them inherit the keys to the kingdom. But the multitude don't get that. Because seeing, he say, they see not. Father, you mean they hear? But they hear not. Guess why they was following Yeshua? Do you think for 1 minute that who in the live chat can tell me why were the multitude following Yeshua? Anybody in the live chat can answer that? You sure right. That's a good one. That's a show to destroy. Ain't that in that book? Isn't that in there? Listen to this. It says, she says, just as Yah rejoice over you to do you good and multiply you, so Yah will rejoice over you to destroy you and bring you to naught. People don't get it. See what I'm saying? They don't get it. I wouldn't even want to bother that power. When I found out what that right hand power was, I said, Father, you mean they don't know what your power is? He said, Deborah, they never knew. I said, but Father, is that a mystery? He said, yes, it is. Yes, it is. They never knew, Deborah. And you can't even tell them, and they're going to know. Only if I give it to them to hear what I say. They can. That's right. And you see the light that he's showing you. Every time you turn around, he's going to be showing, revealing things to you. because you looked at him and you said, Father, okay, I get it. I respect the choice. I embrace what you did. I salute what you did. I honor what you did. I understand what you did. Then he'll begin to bring more light into your life and start opening up doors for you that you can just walk straight in. And you be saying things to people. People be saying, well, who taught you that? How did you know that? Oh, that makes sense. That's true. That I can feel that. You see what I'm saying? That's how people would communicate with you. Yes. There you go. For the miracles and signs and wonder. Ain't that sad? Ain't that? Now just think about that, child. He fed the 5,000. He fed 3,000. I think it was 10,000 one time. Another time it was 5,000. Another 3. Not including the women and children. He never wanted the women and children to be included in the stupidity. He never wanted you to number them, because they're already in his number. That's what the men don't know. That's what they don't know. You think, let me show y'all something that you don't know. You think for 1 minute, let me go there, Father. Let me just go there. Let me go there. Where is it at? Jeremiah chapter 4. Where is it at? Let me tell y'all something y'all don't know. Okay? Have it ever dawned on y'all that everything y'all is trying to say to the men, he always used the cover of a female? The daughters. You see? He calls them his bride. You see? You know what gets me more than anything? Everything he says that has to do with stroke. Now listen to this. I'm going to go there. Everything Ahaya says in this book that proceed out of his mouth regarding suffering and pain, anguish, it's always tribute of a woman giving birth. Always. What is he saying? He's saying many things to you women. You don't have to line up what these men have been teaching you. He got you. He got you, whether you know it or not. Just line up with me, daughters of Zion. Line up with me, and I'll get you where you need to go. I'll show you the light in its brightness. I'll show you the way to the narrow gate. I will be on your left and your right. I will be in the back of you. Furthermore, I will lead you from the front. And when I come to you, I'm not coming out of the basement. When I speak to you, I'm not coming out the back through the back door and the side windows of the bedroom. I'm coming through the front door. Wait for me. Know that I will show up and show out in your life. Everything that he created is always surrounding the wound of a woman in travail. Listen to this. Jeremiah chapter 4. Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 31. For I have heard a voice as of a woman in travail. You think he's talking about a man? You think about he talking about Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob? You think he's talking about the men? Mm-mm. He's been telling the men, everything I've given you, I always gave you the example of the struggle of a woman. And you all forsake her like she dogs. You all are hating on her. And you have every reason to hate her because I got her. She don't know I got her, but I got her. She don't know I got her, but I got her. Okay, listen to what he says in Jeremiah chapter 4. For I have heard a voice as of a woman in travail, and the anguish of her that bring forth her first child. Y'all know, women know what it was like, that first child. Come on now. Oh, woo, Father, y'all, you know you awesome. Woo, Father, y'all, you know you awesome. Now listen to what he said. Now he ain't talking to you men. He's telling you to stand for my women. My daughters of Zion, stand to the wayside. I have used them as an example to try to stir you to know what it's like. Only a woman knows what it's like to travail. So why am I telling you it's like a woman that travails and you are a man, then who am I talking to? Why, Father Ahiah, must you use the wound of a woman, the travailing of a woman, to make an example to the men when they don't know the anguish of a woman with her first child? But you know all things, and only you know what you're saying. Listen to what he said. Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 31. For I have heard a voice as of a woman in travail. Hold up, who you talking to, Father Yah? Who are you talking to, Father Yah? Are you talking to woman or are you talking to man? For man knows not what it's like for a woman to travail. A man knows not what it's like for a woman to have her first child. So who are you talking to? Listen to this. And he says, and the anguish as of a woman that brings forth her first child. Who are you talking to, Ahiah? Who? See how ignorant they are? They want to put us in the backwoods. They want to put us back as cattle and sell us off. Use our body as a lust tool. Like they done since Genesis. Then they want to run you back to Torah. You step down on Torah. Torah's going to stay where it's at. It ain't coming in its day and time. There's a new cow. His name is Yeshua HaMashiach. Nothing can outride that. Stay Torah back in the woods somewhere. Don't come bringing it up in this day and time. There's a new sheriff that came in town. You still talking Torah. Torah your tail somewhere and sit down. Now, Jeremiah chapter 4, 31. For I have heard the voice. Who voice, Father Ahiah? Who voice? Of as a woman in travail. And the anguish of her that bring forth her first child. Women, you know what it's like to bring forth that first child. You know what it's like. The voice of the daughters of the daughter of Zion that bewailed herself, that spread her hands, saying, woe is me now, for my spirit is wearied because of murderers. That's me all the way, y'all. He's talking to me. He's strictly talking to me because I'm weary. And I told y'all about a year and a half, I was hooping and hollering on this devil platform. Y'all don't see these men killing these women. Y'all don't see these men killing their children. They killing their mama and daddy. And y'all running around here talking about the heathens bothering us. Oh, the police shot him. Do you see what your nation is doing? And look at here. For the spirit is wearied because of murderers. This is Jeremiah chapter 4. Verse 31. He's hearing you, women. Oh, yeah, they'll tell you he's talking about the house of Israel. No. He's talking about the daughters. He hear you. Because no man knows what it's like for a woman to have her first child and be in travail. No man on the earth would know what that's like. So he's not talking to them. I know they can make you think he is, but he's talking to you. He's telling you, I hear your cries. Yes, he hears me. Hooping and hollering because he gets on me. What's wrong with you? How many things did you read in here telling you that they was going to do that? How many times that I taught you in the wilderness telling you and showing you? What did I show you that took place before the foundation of the world? It's nothing new, Solomon said to you, under the sun. And there's nothing new in the heavens nor under the sun in me. All of it, I've been there, done that, and saw it. What are you talking about, Deborah? You see, hooping and hollering about all this murdering that the tribe of Judah is doing. And these men and women walking around here on this devil platform, worshiping and idling the news, CNN, all these different things that they talk about on the news. Won't cover spirit and truth. Because you want me to tell y'all something? We are in, like I said, the midnight hour. Once we start covering truth and spirit, because we can't change what the world is doing, y'all. Do y'all really believe that we're going to be able to change the way these heathens are thinking, the way they feeling? Let me tell you, I had to tell a man today that I can feel the hate from the heathens in a way I have never in my whole life. It is so high. When I go places, I can feel their vibes of hate. But one thing they don't understand, who they're around. When I step on the scene, I don't care where I'm at. You better stand down because you don't know who you in the midst of. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to be afraid of you. And I'm not going to belittle myself because I'm around you. And I'm not going to be kissing your tail. I'm not going to be speaking to you. If you don't say hi, I don't say bye. If you don't say bye, I don't say hi. So, you know what I'm saying? Just be who you are and who a higher called you to be. And know that all power is in his right hand and not in these heathens and Gentiles. I feel so sad to see our men. Y'all don't know this because see, y'all don't see these things. I sit back and watch them worshiping white people. Their whole dominion. I went to a state sale and this one guy, I thought I was the only one there. He popped up and all you hear is his mouth. I said, sir, what's the problem? I'm sorry, y'all. I ain't got no sense. I'm going to tell it like it is. What's the problem? Why? These people don't want to hear that. You know, he thinking that he has to kiss their tails and lick their feet. Last thing they want to hear is your voice. That's why I don't say nothing to them. I go straight into their property or I go straight into the building. I don't care how many Europeans and heathens there. I go in, get what I want, put it on that table. How much y'all owe? I'm not going to say, excuse me, sorry, hi, good morning. No, I'm not here for you. You see what I'm saying? So therefore, me not even saying anything, I can already feel the vibes. So why do I feel I have to suck into them? I don't. But our men, I've sat and watched them with my own eyes. I've sat and watched, even my son. I ain't going to sit here and lie to you. They kissed them white people tails and left and right. I mean, like it ain't. And I just can't. Whew. But I guess that's Deuteronomy 28. But they have no respect for him. But they kiss the tails of the oppressor and those who have their foot in their neck. They kiss their tails even though they foot in their neck. I don't believe a person should have to act like that. Just be, once he that's greater in you than he that's in the world, you ain't have no business kissing nobody rear end, let known to their feet. But these our men, they would do it with a blink of an eye. They get in front of white men and white women, they just begin to become something that they don't even be when they at home. It's sad. It's a sad thing. Anybody have any questions before we are off today? Yep. Praise the Most High or higher. It's a sad thing. So we don't have any questions. Romans 15:4, for whosoever thing we write aforetime was written for our learning. That's that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. There it is. There it is. That's right. That is so true. That's Romans 15:4. I love that. They sure will. They sure will. They think they got it. And like these women, these Negro women having all these babies, just dropping them every time you turn around, they drop them. They think they're having something. They think they're doing something. They really think they're doing something. And when all this mess hit, they ain't gonna know which way to turn. And the children not either. Yep. She said, but I digress. All right, all right. Well, I appreciate everybody in the live chat joining me this evening. I appreciate you too. And the most high, a higher, be the glory, the honor, be given the glory, the honor, the praise. Oh boy. Mm-mm-mm. And like I said, I know you all pretty much have Deuteronomy 28. It's not something I would want to keep bringing forth, but I look at it like this. If he had to knock Abraham tail out just to tell him what's going to happen to us as far as going into a land of our oppressors, he had to knock Abraham out to tell him that. Go back and read it. Abraham wasn't woke. He was knocked out to tell him what makes us bypass what he's still saying to us today. We living in it. What he told Abraham. Why are we going to bypass what the spirit and truth of the matter? Even if you go back and you wonder, well, why Father Ahiah ex-father? Why did you have to knock Abraham out like that? You knocked Abraham out worse than what the way Adam was knocked out to take the rear. Abraham was knocked out. It was a horror, a darkness put over him. It was so much done to Abraham just to tell him what's is going to be stored upon the house of Israel. It's deep. It's deep. And you wonder, well, what? And then we sitting here in the year 2022, just as dumb as dumb can be. We can't see. We can't hear. We can't comprehend. We can't understand. We can't do nothing. We just here, cutting up from the floor, acting a fool in this world. As if we don't have a Father in the heavens that has chosen us as his children. That's sad, ain't it? I just thank him for being all that he is, all that he was, and all that he's going to be. I can definitely say that. And I ask you all to continue to seek his spirit and truth. Seek after his light. Desire to find the narrow gate. Okay? So I, Sister Deborah, would say, I appreciate you. Yes, Ahiah, he is all that and some. So I say unto you that be encouraged. Yah has always been known, always, to tear down just to build up. Okay? So that's really that's really the end game. He got to break you in the curse. Because listen to this. What's the sense of the curse? When he knew you was going to come out of it, not learning or not changing your stiff neck, your rebellion, your disobedience. He knew that you wasn't going to come out being respectful and honoring him and not disrespectful to him. He knew you was going to continue to be disrespectful, profane his name, dishonor him, and everything. He knew at the end of the curse that would happen. So he said, let me tell you what I'm going to do, Deborah. I'm going to destroy them just to restore them. And that's what he's doing and have done. Because it's no way in the world I see all these men in the streets and all these men on the corner, everywhere you go with their pants down to their knees. They destroyed here, baby. You can say what you want, even your husband, your brother, and whoever you want to say. They destroyed. They gone. When you see them killing and they looking like, I ain't done nothing. I just did the norm. I'm telling you all, they're gone here. It's gone. All of it's gone. So you all can continue to support these people and make these people think that they teaching y'all something. All you want. It's time for you all to start shooting into it. Because he said, if you're not against what they're doing, and if they're against me, then you are for them. So when you sit down and you listen to someone teaching and you don't hear no spirit and truth, and they talking about something that has no reverence to the Most High Yah, Yet no, they want you to think that they represent Yah. No, stick with the world on that side of the fence and stop trying to clam on both sides. Why? Because they're trying to ride both sides just to get the subscribers and the likes. They want the world and they want what they want to pretend that Yah's people at the same time. But then Yah gets no glory. That's what y'all don't understand. Yah gets no praise. He don't get no glory. He don't get no honor. He don't get no respect. They gets it all. So I, Sister Deborah, would like to say, I appreciate each and every last one of you in the live chat. And I will be back again. So I would like to say shalom and shalom. See you again.